Hi there again, Scott here. How are you going? In this particular video, we're going to do something distinctly Asian. It's actually Thai kelp noodles with a sweet and sour sauce. Yep, that's right. Noodles. Sea kelp noodles. They're a sea vegetable, and these particular ones, unfortunately, you do buy in a packet, but nevertheless, it's the only way you can actually eat them. They're a translucent kelp, which actually comes from Canada, which I've got soaking here. Been soaking for a couple of hours. But I tell you what, they're absolutely fabulous. They're rich in a whole range of trace minerals. They're very low in carbs and calories, and of course they're totally fat-free. But they're beautiful, and they really respond well to tastes and to flavors. And in this particular exercise, I'm going to show you how to make a raw sweet and sour sauce. Now, all the ingredients that you might get out of the bottle that you buy at the supermarket are in this sauce, except preservative and colors and things like that. Now this will last the distance, and the lime juice component of it will preserve it beautifully. So what you're going to need is some macadamia oil, some agave syrup, some lime juice, it's all on the PDF recipe, some coriander or cilantro, depending on what part of the planet you live on, the lime, as I mentioned, some apple cider vinegar, just to give it a bit of tidiness to the sweet, some garlic, some freshly chopped ginger, and some chili. So what I've done is I've actually pre-prepared a few things, and I'm actually just going to get those all happening. And let's actually begin with the oil. Okay, so we'll just put the macadamia oil in here. Now this I'm going to do a little bit more than I might normally do, because this will last, as I said, the distance. There's the oil. Okay. And we'll just have a dash of the apple cider vinegar at this particular point. Now again, I'm leaving the agave out to the very end. Lovely coriander, lovely fresh coriander from the market at the moment, just fabulous. And I've trimmed all that up, cut it up, and I'll just pop that in here. So, and that's roughly the teaspoonful that I suggest in the recipe lineup. Then the garlic and the ginger. Beautiful ginger. The ginger is actually grown locally here. We have a lovely ginger industry. In fact, the world's largest ginger factory is just down the road from where I live. Just fabulous fresh local ginger and locally grown garlic. So that goes in there as well. And I'll just pick up the chili, which I've pre-done. And again, the chilies are fabulous, and with more sunshine, even in winter months where I live, we get wonderful chilies, which is really, really fab. So those are the key ingredients, the key hot ingredients anyway, and you can see that the mixture is actually just starting to take beautiful shape there, just really, really fab. So let's get the juice of the lime in, and you'll notice that I've actually got a lime squeezer, which I found the other day. I won't say I found it at a second-hand shop, but I don't think it had been used, and it just, I like all the lime fat. I like all the stuff that comes out of it. But if there are any pips in it, at least I don't have to get my hands dirty. Okay, now notice, as I said, I've just left the agave, which is going to be the sweet aspect of it. Now normally that would be sugar, and of course we're not doing sugar. I don't do sugar in my household. And the next thing is add a little bit of the agave to start with. You can use a liquid coconut palm sugar. All right, we'll just start off with that, and let's just give that a wee stir. Fablo, fablo, fablo. This is beautiful already. Fragrance coming out of here is just stunning. A little taste, a little more sweetness. We'll just pop all that in. You can never go wrong with that. And just a dash of the apple cider vinegar. Now it is as easy as this. Just stir it up, and the garlic and the ginger are starting to take effect. Beautiful. Wow. That's stunning. And again, you can actually make it taste whatever you want it to taste. You can have it sweeter, you can have it hotter. In fact, this could actually do with a little more chili in it, which I'll do. And you can also make it limier if you really want to. Now this isn't going into a machine, you've actually just prepared it. I've just prepared it as is. and it doesn't need any blitzing or anything like that. It's perfect. And the coriander is just delicious. Just delicious. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside for a second. And one of the other things you can do, really for presentation purposes, is take a tomato, cut it in half, hollow out one end. And this is what we're actually going to fill with the sweet and sour sauce to go on our presentation plate. The other thing too is with the seaweed, you can either do it loose onto a plate, onto a large plate, or you can do a form. Form looks really, really lovely, but I thought in this particular video, stay away from the forms and just give you something simple that would go onto a plate. So what I'm now doing is I'm just taking, I'll just move that bottle out of the way, taking the soaked kelp from the bowl, and I'm just putting it in here because if you look at the recipe list, you'll see that I'm going to add some red bell pepper, some spring onions, some marinated mushrooms to that. And this really doesn't need a lot. All it is about colour, and we're going to focus on the taste, essentially. Spring onions, which are really, really cool. I've pre-cut those, so I'll just put all those in. I might actually just do a few more. And this is for my dinner tonight. I don't think my neighbour's going to benefit from this tonight. We'll see. We'll put this lovely spring onion in and just mix all that together. It's just really, really fab. Now some red bell pepper. Same thing. We're just going to gently dice this so that the pieces aren't terribly large and they can just offset the colour of the kelp. There's no cooking required, remember. You don't need to do anything else to this except just soak it, soak the kelp. As I said, it's available in health food stores and online. See the colours starting to come together already, just really, really, really lovely. And we're going to add the mushroom to that. Notice that I'm preparing it in its own bowl again. Just mix all that through. Fab, fab. This is really neat. Now we'll just add the mushroom to it. Now you can use a dried mushroom. I've actually used marinated mushroom. And if you go back to some of the earlier videos, you'll see what I've done in terms of actually marinating mushroom. And this has come together beautifully. Okie doke. Now, that's essentially it. I will add at this particular point that you can bring some more greenery onto the serving plate. And in the photograph that you can see at the front and the back, you see that I've used the form version and I've actually put some bok choy. So we'll slice some bok choy up and that'll go on one end of the plate. And we'll just put the kelp in the middle. I may as well actually do a form. Here I was saying I won't do it, but I will do it because I think you'll get the drift. You can either just lay it down on its own or put it into here, and you'll get all the colours and everything out of it. Just beautiful. And I like the uniformity of these food forms. And we'll just add a little bit of colour into the top here. And remember, you can use a bit of PVC pipe, which I know is a bit daggy, but it works brilliantly. Okay. All right. Just tidy all that up. And let's just slide that off. There we go. See, it's as simple as that. We will fill up the tomato here that I've done with some sweet and sour. And again, you don't have to do this. You can just pour it straight over the top of the noodle if you wish. But that is absolutely beautiful. We'll just put that on one end. There we go. And I'll just put that to one side and just slice a little bit of this up here. And this can be your greens. Now also, this bok choy, again, it's an Asian vegetable, works wonderfully well with sweet and sour. You just pour a little over the top. And there, my dear friends, is a fab meal. I'll just put a little bit of oil around it here. And a little grind. And I will put a sprig of coriander just on the top here. And there you have it. It's as easy as that. Easy as almost 1, 2, 3. lovely meal, absolutely beautiful, wonderful for guests, extremely wholesome, extremely pure, and all I can say is you're going to really enjoy it. Follow the recipe, nothing hard about it. Just make sure you soak your noodles for a couple of hours and then get the sweet and sour sauce to the sort of sweet intensity that you desire. And there's really nothing else to do except to pour that over the top and a little bit on the green there and enjoy it, because I know you will enjoy it very much, as I will later on. Alright, so until the next video, I'm Scott. I hope you're enjoying this live, healthy food regime that you're actually slotted into, because it's fabulously, fabulously fabulous. Your body feels so wonderful and so does your mind. So until the next video, I'm Scott. Cheerio.